Your car radio just stopped working and you have no idea where to start. Before paying a stereo shop hundreds for repair, several checks can restore your radio for free or under $20. Most radio failures come from an electrical issue, not the radio itself. Here are 7 proven fixes for a radio that quit working in any car. Check the radio fuse first. Every car radio is protected by its own dedicated fuse in the fuse box. Its job is to cut power to the radio if a short or overload happens. When the fuse blows, the radio goes completely dead with no power lights or sound. Drivers replace expensive radios when the actual fix is a 50-cent fuse. Always check the fuse before any other repair attempt. How to do it? Locate the fuse box under the dashboard or in the engine bay. Check the diagram on the fuse box cover for the radio fuse. Pull the fuse and inspect the metal strip for a visible break or scorched look. Replace it with an identical amperage rating. Test the radio. If the new fuse blows immediately, there is a short that needs to be traced before any further work. Look for a stuck anti-theft code. Many factory radios have an anti-theft feature that locks them after battery disconnection. Its job is to prevent stolen radios from working in another vehicle. When you replace the battery or the system loses power, the radio asks for a special code before it works again. Without the code, the radio appears dead even though no actual repair is needed. How to do it? Check the glove box, owner's manual, or door jamb for the radio code card. Turn the radio on and enter the code using the station preset buttons. If you do not have the code, contact your dealership with the radio serial number. Most dealerships provide the code for free or for a small fee. This unlocks the radio immediately. Inspect the antenna connection. The radio antenna catches radio signals from the air. Its job is to send those signals down to the radio for tuning and playback. When the antenna cable disconnects or the antenna itself breaks, the radio receives no signal and may sound dead. The radio still has power but plays only static. Drivers think the radio is broken when the actual issue is just a loose antenna connection. How to do it? Locate the back of the radio by removing the dashboard trim. Find the antenna cable plugged into the back of the radio. Push the connector firmly to ensure it is fully seated. Inspect the cable for visible damage along its length. A replacement antenna cable costs between $15 and $40. Reinstall the dashboard trim once you confirm a secure connection. Reset the radio. Modern car radios are computers that can freeze or glitch like any electronics. Their job is to manage audio playback through a complex software system. When the software hangs, the radio may stop responding to any input. Disconnecting the battery for 15 minutes forces a complete reset and often restores normal operation without any actual repair. How to do it? Disconnect the negative battery cable with a wrench. Wait at least 15 minutes for all modules to fully discharge. Reconnect the cable and tighten the clamp. Turn the ignition on and test the radio. If the radio uses an anti-theft code, you will need to enter it before the radio works. This reset method clears many software-related radio failures. Check the speaker wires. Speakers convert electrical signals from the radio into audible sound. Their job is to physically vibrate to produce audio. When a speaker wire breaks or comes loose, that speaker stops working. If all speakers are silent at once, the wiring fault is likely at the radio itself, rather than at individual speakers. The radio may still show all signs of power, but no sound comes out at all. How to do it? Remove the dashboard trim and inspect the speaker wiring at the back of the radio. Push all connectors firmly into their ports. Check for any wires that have been cut or damaged during previous installations. Use a multimeter to verify continuity through each speaker wire. A break in the wiring is usually visible and easy to repair with a quality splice connector. Test the radio power and ground wires. A car radio needs both a constant 12-volt power supply and an ignition-switched power supply. Its job is to maintain memory through the constant supply and turn on through the switched supply. When either wire breaks or loses connection, the radio acts dead or loses its presets every time you turn off the car. Testing these wires with a multimeter identifies the exact electrical problem. How to do it? Remove the radio from the dashboard. Use a multimeter to test the wires going into the radio harness. The constant power wire should read 12 volts at all times. The switched power wire should read 12 volts only when the ignition is on. The ground wire should have continuity to chassis ground. Repair any wire that fails these checks. Replace the radio head unit. When all simpler fixes fail, the radio itself may have actually failed. Its job is to process audio signals and respond to user controls. When internal electronics burn out from voltage spikes or age, no amount of external repair will bring it back. A replacement aftermarket radio costs between $50 and $200 depending on features. Most installs take about an hour with basic hand tools. How to do it? Buy a replacement radio that matches your vehicle. Use a wiring harness adapter that connects the new radio to your factory wiring without cutting any wires. Slide out the old radio using the trim removal tool included with the new unit. Connect the wiring harness and antenna cable. Slide the new radio into the dash and test all functions before reinstalling the trim panels.